Okay, so how the economy has been affected by this COVID 19 virus. So, in the beginning, it just looked like it was going to shut down a couple things, but then all of a sudden, everything was shutting down. There was no sales, so stock markets were crashing. Everybody was trying to sell their stocks, and it was looking like just a complete mess, making the economy all over the place, really. So, if we want to look at this, we could look at how like Rush Downey goes about saying it with larceny and how we're all just being greedy and noticing that, or let's go back to the greed. So, how the COVID 19 virus is like looking at greedy Americans. So, in the beginning, we'd see all these videos of people buying out the stashes or basically all of the toilet paper, the foods. It's like the end of the world. They don't know what's going to happen. People are just going wild. So, this is not the end of the world. Currently, now in Sioux Center, where I'm still at, there are about 30 new cases since everything's been opening up, but really, once more and more people are being tested, there's going to be more cases. So, there's no need to be greedy, just keep living life as normal, or that's what my mom told me at least. Don't really need anything, just get what you need to get, be extra clean, but there's no reason that we should be having toilet paper being nowhere to be found for weeks and weeks. All right, so back to how COVID 19 is affecting the economy. So, I'm going to look at how it is affecting the agricultural community. So, COVID 19 has spread everywhere, and so that includes meatpacking industries. And in meatpacking industries, cows go to the butcher, get butchered in big warehouses, basically. Not warehouses, like factories, but you know. And then they get butchered and everything and packaged. But in these packing plants, there's lots of people. And when COVID and when the coronavirus spreads in these places, then people get really sick. So when all these people are getting sick, then they're going to shut down all of these meat packing plants because they're terrified that everybody's going to get sick and it's going to spread disease, but that's not how it really spreads. So, how this has been affecting the economy outside of it. Alright, so basically, you have. Actually, I'll get a piece of paper. How do I turn this around? Alright, so apparently I can't turn this around, but we'll use hand motions. Okay, so at the top, the meat packers. Everything that they do. So the meat packers then spread the meat everywhere in the United States where it needs to go. Bacon that goes all over the country is sent from Smithfield around this area. So, if we're not packing in bacon, there's no bacon going all over everywhere for everybody's breakfast and just in grocery stores. But below that is the fat cattle people who are finishing cows and pigs and basically everything. So, with that, we're at a standstill. With no cows moving at the top, they just have cows that they're feeding, and normally they only have those cows for a couple months, fattening them out. When you have the people below that are feeder cattle, and those feeder cattle are just like the in-between weights. And like pigs, when you have those pigs, they go up to like right around 300 pounds. And so once you start having these animals gain weight to get to a certain weight, it's really hard to stop them. And below that, it's just like for cows, you'd have cow-calf operations or farrowing barns where they have all the baby pigs and everything. So once you stop cows going out being spread all over the United States, then this stops, and this has to stop, and this has to stop. But alright, let's go to pigs. So if you have tons of pigs, you can't be like they need to go somewhere. So you hear about all these farmers who are starting to kill their pigs, and you're like, that's terrible. Why are they killing pigs? Why can't we just keep them? So these pigs are all around 300 plus pounds at this point. And once you reach a certain weight, your floor, because it's a drop floor, which means that all their manure goes through the floor into a pit so that can be spread on the fields. Once a certain weight is on top of that, then it could collapse, and that would be terrible and even worse. So people are starting to kill off some pigs to save them that extra money, while even though they're losing all the money for these pigs. So the economy really needs to get back together, because then the price of cows are going down, because nobody's buying cows up here. That means people here don't have any money to spend on cows, and people down here are just stuck with cows and calves. So everybody's had just a ton of cows that need to get moving. Same thing with pigs. So that is the biggest thing that I've seen. My boyfriend personally has a bunch of feeder cows as long as pigs and calves. He just has a lot going on and just very stressful. And with no money coming in there by being able to sell cows, then there's no money to go spread into the local economy. So yeah, give it a few months, and if Trump doesn't actually open all these plants, then we possibly could be facing that there might be a severe lack of meat in the future. So in the next couple of weeks, meat would spike such a price. And yeah, well, that's how I basically see it, as it's affecting the economy, along with how just people are being greedy, and there's a love of money and people that can charge money. So like the packing plants are charging farmers so much to butcher their own cows, but then offering like the minimum. Like they're buying cows for under $2 a hundredweight of cows, and that's just wild. So we need to put a stop to this and get Corona out of here.